Välkommen allesammans. I've had a few people send me this story about Disney trying to copyright or trademark Loki. And a lot of people are upset about this, of course, because how can you claim intellectual property on a god or deity? So we're probably honestly worrying for no reason, but I don't think this is going to affect us at all as part of this belief system. But I'm just going to do a little bit of reading into this now and see what I can find out and see what this actually means for us. And also because it's not so often we get to our topics in current events. So we're looking... Yeah, the hardest part is going to be finding a legit news source that's covering this. Daily Dot, we'll start here. Okay, so here says that an artist on Redbubble was selling some shirts that had Loki on it, and this was taken down because it violates the rights holder. It doesn't say much more than that. A bunch of assholes. Why can't they even show a photo? This guy on Redbubble was using Disney's font or color to print on that shirt, then yeah, Disney has the right to remove that if they have a trademark on it. Yeah, the word Loki is not being contested here. It's the logo or the font or PMS or hex color, as they would say. Yeah, and that stuff is the intellectual property. I deal with this in my day job, kind of about this, so I know something about it. But yeah, nothing much else on here besides a bunch of angry tweets. No photos, no nothing, no legal research at all. Worthless. Okay, let's see some others. Meow.com. Take a look at this. It's just more angry tweets here. Nothing worth noting. And looking at some of these, you can just see, you can picture this typical triggered woke pagans that we're always making fun of on this channel, and those are the tweets that I'm seeing. Those are, those photos, they just fit the stereotype to a T. But yeah, same shit, nothing, just angry tweets on this website at least, no useful information. As usual, worthless journalism by the media, no research, just parroting emotions and angry tweets. Thanks a lot. Okay, Newsweek. This is just a bunch of angry tweets too. Okay, here they actually spoke to a Disney spokesperson, and they told Newsweek that they did not tell Redbubble or Etsy to take down any artwork or merch, and if that did happen, it was the decision of these selling platforms to take them down, which they did mistakenly. Disney was not the one who instructed this. Also, that Disney has not copyrighted any names of general depictions of the Norse gods, only the depictions shown in the Marvel comic books and films. So that makes sense. Are they telling the truth? Don't know. Let's see if we can read a bit more. Okay, another website, Pirates and Princesses. Okay, this is actually the best one so far. Here it seems like the guy on Redbubble copied this shirt from this comic book, and that's what he was selling on there. Okay, so that is a problem, yeah. So Disney would have a claim to that if that's the shirt he was making. Okay, there's a new article here. Okay, this one's good. This one has some more info. Okay, so here it says that Loki has been trying to claim copyright on this since 2019, but recently it was approved by the US Patent and Trademark Office as Marvel Loki. So that was honestly probably the change. If Disney maybe applied to just have trademarked Loki, it would have got rejected. But now it's Marvel Loki that they trademark. So yeah, same thing happened here a few years ago, it says here, where they tried to copyright Dia de los Muertos, and it got denied, so you can't copyright these types of things. Okay, so here we get some better info and a photo. Okay, that's pretty messed up. If Disney removed that, if Disney has the rights to remove something like that photo, that's pretty bad. It doesn't really look similar to the Disney logo at all. The guy even says here that he purposely made the font and color different, and he's going to contest it. So yeah, that's pretty messed up from Disney if it was actually them who had this removed. Because yeah, again, I deal with this thing at work. If the font and color is different, Disney can't claim intellectual property on it for that logo. So yeah, this will be contested. I forget what it is. I think it's something like 30%, but I could be wrong. So basically, if you go to court and that you can prove your logo is 30% different than the one that is copyrighted or trademarked, then it is allowed. So it has to prove that there's 30% difference, or I'm not sure if it's 30, but it's something like that. So yeah, if this guy really wants to fight this, he will win. Even Disney with their lawyers, it's going to be difficult for them to prove that this logo is a copyright infringement. So yeah, rest of the article basically saying how that it's not settled yet, and this was incorrect actually to take this guy's work down. It was actually Redbubble that took this down, not Disney, and even Redbubble apologized for it. They said it was a mistake, and they look like they have put that artwork back up on their site for sale. I don't know if this is the only case of this happening. I don't know if it's happened most places, but this is just all I'm finding on it for now. Okay, we'll look at one last article, Snopes.com. Okay, so this one gets a little bit more technical. Disney has claimed intellectual property on Marvel Loki as played by Tom Hiddleston, and that Norse mythology Loki is in the public domain. So guys, when things are in the public domain, you've seen this before, I'm sure. A lot of these academic articles or ancient books or sources, audiobooks, always at the beginning of those somewhere, it'll say this is in the public domain. That doesn't mean that they're giving them away for free. That's not what public domain is. Public domain simply means that this is owned by the general public. Private businesses are not allowed to claim any IP for these things. Loki is listed in the medieval sources, as most of you know, the Poetic Edda, Prose Edda, Codex Regius. These are in the public domain, all of them, and no person or company is going to be allowed to claim intellectual property on these. Yeah, the rest of this article, same thing as I just told you. Disney does not and will not have the rights to the general Norse mythology Loki. It's funny, I've seen people online getting all pissed off about these things and even starting a petition, but none of that is necessary. If you just read for a few minutes like I did, you'll see that there is probably no need to worry. Disney cannot copyright Loki from our religion. They may have tried to back in 2019, but it would have got rejected. I don't know what happens in their private legal meetings. Maybe they did try to trademark the original Loki, the actual god. Maybe they didn't, but even if they did, it would not be allowed as it is in the public domain. They do, however, have copyright and intellectual property on their version of Loki, the character. So basically, if you wanted to make a t-shirt with just the name Loki on it, and a random picture of Loki that you drew yourself, you can still do that, that's all fine. But if you make a t-shirt with Loki's name on it, and you use the exact same font as the Disney logo, that's a problem. Or if you had a design of Loki and it looked very similar to the Marvel Disney portrayal of Loki, yes, you would be in trouble and they can go after you. But yeah, they are not trademarking the gods, so we can all put our tampons back in, you know. I was a little worried too for a second, but reading this for a few minutes, it looks like there's nothing to worry about. But I will stay on top of this and let you know any developments, but that's all I'll say for today. Vi ses nästa gång.